Hi guys, welcome back to Texas Family Life. My name is Kristy and today I really wanted to show you how to make these chicken taquitos homemade. I make so much better than just frozen taquitos. The kitchen is a mess, so don't look at it. We just got home from the store and I've got to do some dishes, but I wanted to show y'all because I got to it just makes sense, like get this chicken going while I do dishes. So I'm going to show y'all real quick how to get it started and then I'll show you step by step after I do some cleaning up here. If you're new here, please like and subscribe, and I'm excited to show you this recipe. I learned it about a year ago, and now it's my go-to meal, one of them other than the pork shoulder. I'll link that below too. Pork shoulder is a great one. But this is a go-to meal that I bring to mamas that have just had babies or people that are sick and can't really cook for themselves. So I make these taquitos, and I'll bring them some salsa and some sour cream. You can put cheese in it. This recipe does not call for cheese, and I am very thankful for that because my husband doesn't eat cheese, and some of my kids are picky about cheese now. And so we're not really a cheese family, so this is a great option for dairy-free. Got this pack of chicken at the store, and it's very affordable too. That's another great thing. And of course, as a mom of 5 plus twins, you know, it's gonna get expensive. So we've got to try to keep it cheap, and this is just one that's when I make it, it makes so much that you can either freeze half or we keep half and give half away. So this is, there are 8 chicken breasts in here. So I'm gonna cook maybe 4 of them and it's gonna be way more than enough. So just put them in the stove and let's see how it goes. Some of these are a little small, so I'm gonna maybe do 5. We're gonna add these in here, and then we're gonna add some chicken broth and maybe some salt and pepper, just some seasoning to get it going. So I'm using this chicken broth. I'm gonna mix it in here. So adding this chicken broth is just gonna make it a little bit more moist, and it'll help it cook faster instead of waiting for it to cook without anything at the bottom. So I'm gonna pour this into the chicken, and I'm gonna put the lid on, and I'm gonna let it sit for, it takes about 20 or 30 minutes, it's really pretty quick. We're gonna let this sit. I'm gonna put the lid on, and then I'm gonna check back in with you when my kitchen is a little bit cleaner. All right. Chicken when it's done. All right, this is as clean as it's going to get today. But it's much better than it was. So we're gonna check the chicken and see. It took me about 20 minutes to clean up this whole kitchen. So really the chicken should be done. And it is. You want to tell that it's done by when you poke it with a fork if it kind of falls apart. All right. So it's not quite there yet. It's still a little tough. And we want it to be able to fall apart pretty easily. So I'm gonna turn it up high heat and cook it for maybe 5 more minutes. So maybe 25 minutes total in a boiling substance. Okay. So the chicken in the crock pot is done. So I'm gonna go ahead and transfer it to this bowl, and then I'm gonna use the mixer to mix up my chicken. You can do it by fork, but it's so much quicker just to use your mixer. And my mixing bowl broke, so I'm just gonna use a regular bowl and the whisk attachment, and that's gonna make it go a lot quicker. And it takes half a minute to shred this chicken. The next thing we're gonna add is a little bit of lime juice. We don't want this too juicy because then it is hard to keep it from getting the tortilla juicy as well. We don't want soggy tortillas, that's kind of gross. We want them crisp. And so with this chicken, there's no moisture really to it other than, you know, what's in it. I did not add any of the chicken broth from before. So I'm gonna add just maybe a squeeze, maybe half a tablespoon, some refried beans, and some crushed tomatoes. You can use any kind you want. Diced tomatoes, it doesn't really matter. But these have, it looks like lime in it. They're Mexican style, some jalapenos. So it's got some of the spices already, which is great. I'm gonna add some cumin. That is the #1 spice you would use in this. So that, and some salt and pepper, and then that's about it. Those out a little bit of the juice, so it's not so juicy like I was just saying. We're gonna add the tomatoes, and you can always add a little bit at a time. That's a lot. So just a little bit at a time and get to like the consistency that's good. You want it to all stick together. And you don't want it to be too dry. So we gotta get the perfect consistency. All right, so that process of like mixing it all together was super, super easy. And I just wish y'all could taste it like already, how good it is. My husband's like, I'll eat that without it being tortilla, just leave it, you know, if there's ever leftovers. But I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the tortillas. This is 50. I'm not sure how many it'll make because you can't put that much in a tortilla and roll it up and it still fits. So I'm gonna show y'all rolling it up, and I'm guessing I'll make about 25 of them. So I'll give away maybe, I don't know, 20 of them, we'll see. We'll see how much it makes. And you can always add more of the refried beans, because that'll take out, that'll be like more filler for super cheap. I paid $1 for that can of refried beans, and there's more expensive ones, but I just got the most affordable. And it just, oh, it's so good, especially the lime juice. Don't leave out the lime juice because you could taste like the difference. It's so good. So I'm gonna show y'all how to wrap them up real quick, and then you're gonna put them in the oven just pretty much essentially to cook the tortilla and get it crunchy. But there's one secret step that I'm gonna show y'all too that you have to do because it makes a world of difference. So let's wrap them up and I'll show you what else we do. Okay, so we're about to do the most important step. We are going to add the part that makes these like the most delicious thing. We are going to brush them with butter, and then we're gonna sprinkle what?
Salt.
What kind of salt?
Garlic salt.
Yep. Then we're gonna sprinkle some garlic salt on there, and it's so good. It makes them extra brown and crispy. Now into the oven for, we're gonna start with 15 minutes, and you gotta be careful because you don't want the ends to brown too quickly, and they will. The ends of it will brown and then it'll be burnt. So you gotta keep an eye on it, but I'm gonna start with 10 minutes at 405. All right, so this is the finished product of all of our hard work. The bottom toasts a little bit and the top gets a little bit brown, and it's just crispy and delicious. And it's just the perfect meal to bring someone who's just had a baby, or someone who's sick, or someone who just needs a little bit of extra love in your life. And so I'm gonna pack these up in one of these. That's another big tip if you're bringing someone a meal, is don't give them something that they have to wash and return. Put it in something they can throw it away, so it's less work for them. I like to try to send a treat as well, but the person I'm bringing this to is sick and I don't know that they want like desserts and stuff like that. But a lot of times they'll make cookies or puppy chow or something like that. They requested tea, so I got them a couple cases of tea just to kind of hold them over and so they don't have to worry about it. And I got them sour cream and salsa to go with it. But anyways, I hope that this video inspires you to bring a meal to someone who needs it and to try making these. Make them for a family, if you're a big family or anything like that. They're so good and there's so many things you can do with it. You could put anything you wanted in them and this is just like the most basic way. So I really do hope this video was enjoyable for you and I can't wait to see y'all again soon. I hope you have a blessed rest of your week. Bye guys.